We thought we'd do one of our pass the phone around polls. Last time a cafe in Gore that didn't think terribly much of their local MP Todd Barclay. This time, what do people in the tiny West Coast town often described as the birthplace of the Labour Party think about the party's current situation? A short time ago we called the famous pub now known as Formerly the Blackball Hilton, and we spoke with some of its patrons. We begin with Jeremy, and this is what he had to say about Labour and in fact Andrew Little.
Well, I've met the man personally once or twice, and on both occasions I found him to be a reasonable, sensible sort of person, the sort of person I'd like to see looking after our country, quite frankly, compared to some of the people that are candidates. We had another one of them here the other week, and he looks as if he's going to get quite a few votes from around here.
Who's that? Who was that?
Winston was here, shaking hands and looking over every shoulders and saying, "You're all lovely people."
Well, Winston was in the Blackball pub.
Yeah, he called in to say good day and have a look around.
And what did you think of him?
Well, I've seen him a couple of times recently. Like a lot of politicians, he hasn't got a very tall stature.
You can't blame him for that, though. He didn't choose to be of a non-tall stature, did he?
I think that's probably why Rob
Muldoon
backed him, because, you know, they could probably see eye to eye.
So, are you voting Labour? Will you vote Labour?
Oh, I had a discussion with a person conducting a poll yesterday, and I told them that what I decide on the day is private between me and the pen and the paper.
But would Andrew Little make you more or less likely to vote Labour?
Well, OK, if you like to put it that way, personality-wise, I'd probably be more likely to vote for a Labour Party with him in charge of it than some of the other nitwits they've got in their party.
Jeremy, is there anyone else in the bar?
Yeah, they're all just being very quiet.
Is it? Who's sitting
Would you
next
like to speak to someone who's a union member?
Yeah. Who's sitting there? Who have you got?
Oh, I've got Gerald Grieve here. He's in the Seamen's or something or other union. He's a seafarer.
Can you pass the phone over to him, Jeremy?
Yeah, I'll give him to you.
Thanks, you good bugger. Lovely to talk to you, Jeremy.
Hello.
Hello, it's John Campbell from Radio New Zealand. How are you going?
Good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good. We're just phoning the birthplace of the Labour Party to ask people how they think the Labour Party's going. How do you think they're going?
Rubbish at the moment.
Why is that?
I just think that, as my colleague next door to me is saying, is they're not getting enough support. He's not getting enough support from within his party.
Right, so you don't think Little is the issue, Andrew Little is the issue. You think it's his front bench?
I think so, yes.
Are you a Labour voter?
I am, yes.
Yeah, so can you name the front bench? Who's their finance spokesperson?
It's the...
who's the...
I just have to say it's the gay person.
Who's the...
I don't know his name. Robinson.
Grant Robertson. Who's their health spokesperson?
Their health spokesperson... Yeah, no, non-event.
And so would you normally expect to know that? Would you normally expect to have been sufficiently connected with the Labour Party to be able to identify their front bench to me?
I would say so. Yeah, I would say so.
Right, so is that Andrew Little's fault or the rest of the personnel?
I just think to be fair with you, I think they're all in it just for the coin at the moment. And it doesn't seem like they're progressing very well for the working class people within the country.
Right. So
that's my
right. So
theory.
You sort of sense that their roots have been abandoned in a way.
Well, I think that the working class people have been disenfranchised by both National, Labour and over the period of time. And we've gone from from severe right to severe left, and we've forgotten about the middle ground that pay the bill. And that's how I personally feel.
Two punters in the hotel formerly known as the Blackball Hilton, which is in fact its name, formerly known as the Blackball Hilton.